This is the Google Pixel 3a, and this is the iPhone XR. One costs less than $500 and the other one at $749. Let's compare the two and see which budget phone from Google or Apple is worth it. Google recently released their mid-range device, the Pixel 3a, and it starts at just $399. It packs a Qualcomm Snapdragon 670 processor with the Adreno 615 graphics. It has 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of internal storage. The XL packs a 6-inch OLED display and a resolution of 2160 by 1080, which translates to 402 ppi. Now, unlike its bigger flagship brother though, the Pixel 3 XL, the Pixel 3a XL doesn't have a notch, and it only packs a single selfie camera instead of 2. The Pixel 3a doesn't offer true stereo speakers, it doesn't have wireless charging, and IP water resistance like the Pixel 3, but it does have a 3.5mm headphone jack. It also comes in 3 different colors, just black, clearly white, and purple-ish. Apple's budget-friendly smartphone, the iPhone XR, starts at $749, and inside it packs Apple's latest A12 Bionic chip, which offers blazing fast performance. It has 3 gigs of RAM and offers multiple storage options from 64 gigs all the way up to 256 gigabytes. The iPhone XR packs a 6.1-inch Liquid Retina display and a resolution of 1792 by 828 at 326 ppi. The iPhone XR does have a notch, which houses all the Face ID sensors. It also offers wireless charging, it's IP67 certified, and offers a much louder stereo speakers that sounds really good. It comes in a variety of colors such as red, yellow, white, black, blue, and this really awesome coral color. In terms of overall raw performance, the iPhone XR blows the Pixel 3a out of the water with its A12 Bionic processor. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 670 on the Pixel 3a is comparable to something like the iPhone 7 with its 810 processor, which is a 3-year-old phone. Now in Geekbench, we got a single core score of 1603 and a multi-core score of 5173 for the Pixel 3a. And for the iPhone XR, we received a single core score of 4816 and a multi-core score of 11463. Now that's a pretty big difference between the two phones and its benchmarking performance. In real world usage though, it's going to vary depending on what you're doing, but the flagship Pixel 3 have had some serious slowdowns the past year, so we'll most likely see this happen on the Pixel 3a, especially with its much slower processor. The iPhone XR works great in almost every scenario. It's just an overall very fast phone. We haven't really had enough time with the Pixel 3a and see how it'll perform over time, but the XR has been out for several months and we haven't really had any performance issues. Both of these devices have a single 12 megapixel camera in the back and both do incredibly well in daylight scenarios. The iPhone XR produces a more subtle and neutral looking photos, while the Pixel 3a offers a much more contrasty, sharper image. It really depends on what kind of camera you're looking for. We prefer the image quality on the Pixel 3a just because it requires less editing and it's pretty good out of the camera. The Pixel 3a also features night sight, which allows you to capture incredible low light photos. Now we'll be doing more of an in-depth comparison video between the Pixel 3a and the XR's camera in the next few days, comparing low-light photography, color reproduction, and how it processes these images. Now for video, the iPhone XR can shoot up to 4K at 60p, while the Pixel 3a is capped at 30p. When it comes to display though, we think that the Pixel 3a's OLED is far more superior than the XR's Liquid Retina LCD display. Blacks are inky black on the Pixel 3a, the colors are way better, and the viewing angles are much better in our opinion. Now that's not to say that the iPhone XR's display is bad, it's just that OLED will always be far more superior than any LCD displays, no matter how much you tweak it or calibrate these displays. On the flip side though, we prefer the iPhone's more immersive display with its notch over the Pixel 3a. Since there's no secondary front-firing speaker on the Pixel 3a, we wish that Google had slimmed down the bezels a bit to give the Pixel a more modern look. So the speakers on the iPhone XR is loud, and it also doesn't distort or lose its bassy characteristics at higher volumes. The Pixel 3a gets loud, but it lacks some bass in some areas, and it's not as full as the iPhone XR. It almost sounds tinny at higher volumes, which we're not fans of. In terms of build quality and design, the overall footprint of the iPhone XR is quite smaller versus the Pixel 3a XL, but the XR is a little bit thicker than the Pixel 3a XL. The XR is enclosed in an all-glass front and back with aluminum sides, which is a lot nicer than the polycarbonate housing on the Pixel 3a. The Pixel 3a doesn't feel cheap though, it's still a relatively good feeling phone, but we just prefer that XR's more premium build over the polycarbonate on the Pixel 3a. So overall, the $479 Pixel 3a XL is not a bad phone for its price. It runs Android 9.0 Pie, and since it's a Pixel device, it'll receive the first updates first. It has a great camera that offers amazing low-light photos, but given the performance is similar to a 3-year-old iPhone and it comes in a polycarbonate shell, there are some compromises. The $749 iPhone XR is not a premium phone, nor is it a mid-range phone either. It doesn't have an OLED display and Force Touch, as well as a secondary camera, but it uses the same fast processor as its flagship counterpart, and its speakers are really loud and clear. It also has wireless charging, it's IP67 certified, so if we were to choose between the two phones, we'd spend the extra money on the iPhone XR.
Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow Apple Insider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the Apple Insider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.